That's right, Jeff. And I think it's easy to get lost in the headlines, right, around this issue. And for instance, you'll hear Richard point out that there's not as big of a divide in the male female enrollment at highly selective colleges. The divide is everywhere else. And I think that may explain some of the fragmentation in later life outcomes for men.
Yeah, and highly selective colleges have more parity because of two things, Michael. One is their applicant pool, of course, right? They're massive compared to the number of seats that they actually have available. And they yield most of those they say yes to historically, right? That's also high, their yield rates. So they can actively manage their application pools in ways that the vast majority of institutions can't. And their acceptance rate for men is higher than it is for women. And I saw several times when I was reporting who gets it and why, admissions officers saying things like, hey, here's a guy who wants to major in English, so let's take him. Even if his application wasn't quite as shiny as a female applicant. The fact is that these institutions have enough male applicants who shine that the distinctions between men and women aren't as great as they might be at most colleges. And while most can't manage the applicant pool the way a Harvard or a Stanford can, right? While most institutions can't manage their applicant pools like that, for instance, what they can do, as you'll hear Richard say, is in the recruitment and outreach and be much more intentional as, hey, this is a place for guys, right, too, right? This is a place you, guy, might want to go to.